In 2016, there was a conference in Thailand at which, in the opening session, Dr. Ramesh Richard announced the results of a global survey conducted by Todd Johnston. And that research revealed that 95% of all the evangelical pastors in the world do not have a formal qualification, that is a bachelor's or a master's degree. So the rest, which I estimate fall into a category now totaling about 4 million, were trained either non-formally, informally, or not at all. Amongst the non-formal group, we find people who've done a very good non-formal Bible college. By non-formal, I mean it's not accredited. We get people who have attended a Bible college which is not so great, and we get people who haven't attended anything at all but declare them to be pastors. The problem with all of that is very simple. There are no global standards. Anybody can do anything. So in some countries, as you know, there are people who will find a plot of ground or a building on the corner of a street. They'll open up a church and they will start calling themselves pastor. And no one ever asks them, how did you get to be a pastor? What are your qualifications? It's amazing that ministry training is the only profession that I know of where you don't have to pass anything, and you don't have to be registered, and you don't have to do continuing professional development points every year to maintain your status. You can just do whatever you like. And that situation is critical for the church. It's a crisis. We have to do something about it. So at the end of that year, Dr. Manfred Cole got a group of people together from around the world and began a series of meetings which were designed to answer this question: what does a pastor need to be able to know, to do, and to be in order to be a competent pastor? And over a period of a series of meetings, they came up with 35 competencies. And to each of those competencies, they attached an outcome. Well, some countries don't have the concept of an outcome, so let me quickly explain. If you go for your driver's license test, the examiner is not really interested in how you got there. Whether you learned from a driving school or your father or your uncle or somebody, all he or she is interested in is, can you drive the car competently? That is the outcome. And it's exactly the same with these 35 outcomes. If you can demonstrate that you can do these 35, then we believe you are competent. And we showed these to the World Evangelical Alliance, who was so convinced that this is the right way to go, that they underwrite the certificate that we issue. So when you get your certificate at the end of the program, you will see the badge or the logo of Re-Forma. You will also see the logo of the World Evangelical Alliance, and it's signed by the president of Re-Forma and by the general secretary of the World Evangelical Alliance. So you can be absolutely sure that wherever you are in the world, you have been declared competent. So this is a very important and a strategic moment in the history of the church. And our effort is to try and get as many groups as possible around the world to sign up to this program. If they have material of their own, great. All they have to do is make sure that in that material they cover all 35 outcomes. If they don't, they can add 1 or 2 at the end. If they don't have any material, as many groups don't, we wrote comprehensive notes for all 35 outcomes, and we send those to the groups when they enroll. And we make sure that at the end of the program, we can be confident that they have been declared competent by following that material. We also train the facilitators, both in terms of material that we provide, and we bring them together in what are called quality assurance institutes in different parts of the world, where over a period of 2 days, we give intensive training to them on outcomes, on assessment, on how to facilitate groups. Each week, we put out a 5-minute recording in 4 different languages, which just helps the facilitators to teach better, based on the outcomes, based on assessment, facilitation skills, and so on. And as a result, more and more groups are realizing that this is definitely the right thing to do. We, as I speak, have nearly 1,000 groups enrolled already in 73 countries and 22 languages. And I'm confident that there will be thousands more in the long run. The program is absolutely free of charge. We don't charge anybody. When students are successful at the end, they pay $5 plus postage for their certificate. But for the program, no charge at all. And we trust that you, as the viewer to this website, will see the need to do this. If you want to do it in a group, you can go to the button at the top right-hand corner that says Enroll Your Group, fill out the form, and we'll send you links to everything that you need. If you want to do it by yourself, you can go to the button that says Enroll Online, and you'll join a group that's doing it online. So thank you so much for watching, and I trust that you'll soon push that button to enroll.